Back again, guys. Christmas is over, so the fun is over. It's time to hit the grindstone. All of our videos from now on are going to be very serious. It's going to be business only, product reviews only. No, I'm just kidding. I honestly don't know where this is going to go, but today we're going to have a short and sweet Pritchett Pad overview, review, a little bit of the philosophy of why you might want the Pritchett Pad. There's a specific reason I got the Pritchett Pad that, you know, maybe you're like, oh yeah, that makes sense. I don't know, maybe I just like spending money. Maybe I just like wasting all my money so that I have to work till the day I die. That's probably what it is. Because you know, I'm not retiring. Nobody I know is probably gonna retire. We're all gonna be working till we're dead, the way things are right now. Unfortunately. But that's fine, because we're men, and that's what we do. So I'm not complaining. All right, so come on into the gym. Let's look at the Pritchett Pad here today. All right, the Pritchett Pad, you've all probably seen this before. I'm gonna explain why the ab mat's on here in a minute. I think something that home gymmers struggle to do is, it's very difficult to hit legs consistently well, I feel like, in the home gym. The issue you run into in the home gym is that for you to properly hit legs, you are also by default hitting the low back pretty significantly hard, because you're doing your squats, you're doing your deadlifts, you're doing your lunges. Every movement that's really hitting the legs, it's almost damn near impossible to keep the low back out of it, which isn't bad. It's just the low back throughout the week, especially if you work a lot like I do, your back like takes, you know, a hit. You know, the recovery, it's, you know, you've got to find a way to get your low back to recover. So the issue I was having is, you know, I was finding when I would go around to my back days, you know, I really would want I'd want a staple movement, you know, like, you know, I'm a fan of barbell rows. I don't do them all the time, but I just like heavy back movements. Like, I'm a much bigger fan of T-bar rows without any, you know, I used to do it with no support. T-bar rows go very heavy. Really overload the back. Just kind of like a heavy staple movement for the back. The problem is that, you know, with working all the time, hitting legs in a home gym is taxing the back already. I find that when I would go to do my back day, I'd have to really my low back was the limiting factor. I did not want my low back to be the limiting factor to my lats, my upper back. I still wanted to hit that very hard. I want to hit my lats very hard. And overload them heavily. And so that's why I went with the chest supported row. So now we've kind of explained why I thought about this, about why we even got that. We'll go into the practicality of it, you know, if it's even a good, I think that, you know, for $300, which is what this is without shipping, this is the monster version, on a rep rack, on a rep, you know, PR 5000 rack, which it fits perfectly fine on. You know, this does the job, okay? Because you know, on this movement you can go quite heavy. I've got baby weight on here now because we're just demonstrating it. But when it comes to like T-bar chest supported rows, you know, there's a couple of alternatives you've got. You've got like the Sornex Bulldog pad. There's other types of pads. The issue is that I find they're really only good for like, because they sit close to the rack. They're only good for like dumbbell rows. There's no way to like, you know, clearly what's perfect about the Pritchett Pad is that you can use your T-bar row setup and go really heavy. You know, sometimes I'll do my single arm dumbbell rows. I like those, but like very rarely am I doing, you know, this kind of movement with dumbbells. To me, it's just like, I'm doing this to go heavy. I'm doing this to overload. I'm doing this to fucking horse around, all right? So in my opinion, like, yeah, if you want, you could probably, there are other pads out there like that are a little bit more adjustable, probably around the same price. And that's fine. You know, maybe we can throw up some B-roll of people, you know, doing T-bar rows with their pads or whatever. Give a fuck. Okay, like I just want it easy and clean, I just fucking lock it in, it's good to go. It's designed specifically for this T-bar style fucking row. It's simple, it's easy. My dumb brain can figure it out, okay? So I don't have to think about it. So I mean, I've got the regular 45 just to show you, like, you don't have, I usually use the 25-pound plates because I like to get that nice fucking squeeze everybody dreams about. Don't work out in these pants too often. It's still a good range of motion. I mean, clearly the limiting range is the top of the plate though. So, I mean, the 45, not a big deal. Here's the thing about this. You know, you can set it up higher if you want to. I'm not, you know, like if you want to get that, it's also a limiting factor on the way down. You're not getting as much of a stretch. You can get really autistic about this, okay? You can start microanalyzing this and going like, oh my God, like, here's the beauty of it. It's just a fixed piece of equipment. It's very straightforward, okay? If you only have 45-pound plates you're working with, you don't have nice, small 25-pound ones like I got, like, you can see it's still, you know, it's gonna hit the top and your range of motion is gonna be limited on the way down. But, you know, you kind of play around with the height of this. Let's see. Let's go up a few notches. Maybe not like, you know, super great leverages, but now the angle is just a bit different. You got a little bit more stretch. But anyways, this isn't about me showing off, you know, how I can lift 45 pounds with fucking both arms, okay? What I'm getting at is, what I like about this is, yes, okay, it's not like super micro adjustable. Be creative, okay? Move your position on the pad. Oftentimes actually, I use this ab mat pad if I want to get a slightly different angle. It's a little bit more cushiony, feels better on the chest. Because sometimes I'm doing a row, you know, it's almost like it's just my abdomen. I'm just bracing with the abdomen, and it's a different angle. Now, when I do this that way, I usually use the 25-pound plates to get further range of motion. But you can see how, like, just the position of your chest, it changes the movement a whole lot. And that's just by changing the position of your body. Something I really like. So let's show it with the 25 pounds real quick. So you can see with the 25 pounds, there's a bit more range of motion. See there, like, there's honestly nothing limiting me. Like at that point, it's just my physiognomy or whatever you want to fucking call it. That is the limiting factor. That's why I like using the 25-pound plates. I should preface too, we've got the belly bar on here, so the sleeves are shorter. You know, in reality, you'd be able to, if you're really hunking some weight around, you'd be able to fit more weight on there easy. So we have a shorter bar on here just because we're using that today. So look, what I'm getting at with this, for 300 bucks, if you're like me, you're like, you're big on some type of like heavy row as a staple, I think is well worth the $300. How do I explain this? How do I explain this to people without sounding schizophrenic? Because for me, it takes out the low back. I can make sure that my limiting factor is my lats, my upper back, and it's not my lumbar that's, that's been taxed all week. It's not something I have to like, micromanage. Like I can just go heavy and not worry about it. It's also, I don't know, I see a lot of people, they're like, oh yeah, it's really good for like reverse flies and, weird chest presses. I don't do any of that with this. I mean, I don't know, I'm sure you could use this for reverse flies. Yeah. I mean, maybe it would be good for that.
You just wouldn't get it out probably to do that.
You're really gonna hunk this thing out for that. I don't know. I mean, if you want to, that's fine. But the only downside of this is the storage. I don't have any tips for you. Good luck. Look, we already talked about it.
It's gotten dark.
Yeah, it's now nightfall. We've wasted our whole day doing this. So look, okay, we're gonna have. We don't have the most conducive schedule to this. okay, doing this stuff, okay? I like doing it, it's fun, you know, but it doesn't make any money, okay? It probably won't make any money for maybe ever, but we're trying to make time. We're trying to make time, okay? So expect more just different videos in the future. There's only so much to say about a gym, guys. It's just here and there whenever there's something in my gym that I'm like, you know, it's like, you know, this is worth it. I feel like that's when I need to tell somebody about it so they don't waste money, they don't waste time. I hope this is giving you some, you know, a better idea of the Pritchett Pad, how it's actually utilized, maybe how it fits in your training program, into your home gym. But yeah, that's it.